Welcome back. We're at it again. Another day, excuse me. Another day, another dollar. All that jazz. All right, we're going to continue on again. This will hopefully be the last of a couple more days. We've got one more day. I reckon we'll just smash out the last little bit of sound design. And I think Monday or Tuesday we got the director coming in. So the director's going to come in and work on this web series pilot called FILTH, and we're going to hopefully get this thing finished because really we've put in a lot of time. It's been great because we've had such great engagement with other post guys and some sound recordists on here, and it's just been fantastic getting all this interaction back and forth and guys chiming in with ideas and workflows, and even I've been discovering stuff while we're just streaming. So it's just been so good to do this together. But yeah, it has made this process a little bit slower, but I think in time we'll just smash through it quicker and stuff. So anyway, so it's been a great project, and we've had some great interaction and engagement. So welcome anyone watching. Say good day. Tell me where you're from and what you're doing. Josh, you are watching. Hey mate, thank you very much. Baldaz is back. Baldaz, how are you, mate? Yo, still commenting in Weaver's channel too. Lol. Well, I've only just started streaming, so I'm not commenting anymore in there. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to do my own work, but it's exciting. One of the followers from this channel, Weaver Audio, is now started to stream as well, thanks to some inspiration from our channel, which is awesome. More the merrier, mate. It's going to be great when we've just got more people in our industry, not just sound guys, but video editors and other people just sharing workflows and lifting people up. And especially at this time with the virus going on and people being housebound, this is a great way to not just be entertained, but a great way to learn and engage. And that's why I want everyone to come over to Twitch .tv. So I'm going to start just streaming on the old Facebook as well, just to try and get some extra engagement. Hey, Facebook, we're over at twitch.tv/noisypost. We'd love you to join us over here. We are streaming live while we do some post-production work. Anyway, you know what? They'll pick it up. So, yeah. So anyway, welcome, guys. We're going to continue on where we were at. So we are working on a scene. It's just a car chase. We've got the bulk of it here. We're just going to add a few other noises in there to, let's bring you over. We're going to just add a few other noises and stuff just to really just to add some extra layers to it, just to add a bit more excitement, because at the moment we've just really got just a car sounds just constantly going and a couple of little tire screeches and stuff, but it's just, needs some more excitement. So I'm thinking we'll put some aggressive horn honking in there, maybe some swooshes like we're going past some stuff. Yeah, like maybe like a passing horn, like people coming the opposite direction, seeing they're driving really fast and getting, scared. So let's do a bit of that. We're going to be using the main sound library we're using is SoundSnap. I've got a subscription to that, worth checking out. But it's a big library full of some average sounds, some good stuff. You really do have to fish through. But I think for its price, there's just so much on there. It's not a bad option if you don't have a lot of money to spread around. There's a lot of sounds for a decent price on there. That's not an official advertisement, by the way, because I pay my own subscription. So just so you know. Cool.
Just fucking relax.
All right, so we got a couple of cars here. We're going to start getting some horns. Let's just go straight for it. Passing car horn. Let's see if we can get meow sounds or whatever. That's cool. Let's just go on those, right? Cool. So we'll down like that. The only thing will be we'll use we don't want the passing so much. We'll just go with the mono. But we might keep it stereo just so we get the full extent of the sound. And we just need to find ourselves a nice little, just a bit of a gap. We don't really want to do it over dialogue. The only one thing, we do have a bit where there's Excuse me, I've just had lunch. There's a bit where they show us the speedometer at seriously speedometer here. So maybe, and then this guy chases. So let's just add it in here. There's a nice bit of quiet there, and we're going to let's just assume we're in Australia, and if they're coming this way, other cars will be going that way. Yeah, so we wanted to go. I love it that I can't even work it out. We want to go left side.
Fucking dead.
It's really loud. Let's turn it down. Probably can afford to bring it across. We're going to also just filter the tops a little bit because we're going to assume that it's not as clear because the car sounds are all, it's kind of like interior sounds we're going for, like we're inside the car.
British underdog. Fucking.
We're also, we might even mute it a little bit more. We're also going to use our new mellow preset, which was contributed by one of the guys in the chat. That's great. We'll just get a nice blend of it. It's cool. Facebook, join us over at twitch.tv/noisypost. Just sign up for free and follow along. Matthew and Duffy, come over to Twitch and join the conversation over here. Weaver, mate, how are ya? Anyway, we'll catch you later, guys. Sorry, just trying to bring some audience across. Twitch is new to a lot of people I know. Oh. How are you, Weaver, mate? Are you still streaming? How'd that stream go? You still going? Sorry, guys. Just getting myself sorted. So now we've got this.
British underdog. Fucking dead.
I like that. That's cool. Good way to break that up. Give us a sense that we're going fast. Man, stream went well. Finished up a few hours this morning, but plenty of fun. First one, I hope. But a pretty fun first one. Sorry, I hope. Here to bother you now. Great. Please do. It was awesome. Learned a lot. Great. I'm so wrapped. Like, honestly, it's awesome that this community is just going to grow. It's only going to help us all. Baldaz, you're a legend for supporting us both. It's great. All right, so we're going to just add a couple more angry horns. Would it be frantic or something? Maybe we don't need frantic. Needs a bit on that. Let's just go car horn. Yeah, make sure you tell your friends that we're on here. It's just we need to get this thing cracking. Tell any other postmates that we're live. Sylvan, L. Sylvan. Good time to be in post. It is, because we're all indoors, keeping safe. As you can see, I'm in a studio. There is no one around. Obviously, there's a picture of my studio, and I'm not in that photo, but, you know, gives you an idea of what's going on. El Sylvan, tell us about yourself. Where are you from? What do you do? Where's your studio? Beefoot. Legend. Welcome back, son. I only wish you were on GMT, lol. 12-hour difference. Oh, okay, is killing me. Good thing we're quarantined, lol. So what's the time where you're at again, Baldaz? I should probably... I am doing a bit random, my streams and stuff, but I have wondered about doing a couple of night sessions because even there's a guy who I game with in WA, that's Western Australia, and even they're like 4 hours difference. And hilariously, he's at school, 2 a.m. right now. Okay, well, I'll try my best to do my morning streams first thing, so it's not too bad for you. Who am I calling young man? Hey, look, I'm just being polite, Beefoot. All right. So we just need some angry horns. We need it like they're behind. Let's just keep working it out. Let's see what we can find. Let's go with that. We're going to lower it. It's a bit too bowlless. So we'll just whack this in. We'll find some spots. Again, find some gaps because we want it to be like they're telling these guys we're coming after you, just to put the fear in them. Way too far. So what we're doing, El Sylvan, you legend, thanks for the follow. Loving that. Get involved. So we're here, we're filling each other, and you're Melbourne-based as well. Melbourne-based DP Cam Up. That's sick. Loving it. You're not even a soundy, and that's so awesome that you're following. All right, so what we're doing, so I'm not sure if you can see, it's pretty small, but we're just changing. So we've got elastic audio on all these effects channels, so we can quickly just like pitch things up and down. And so we've got this, and we're just pitching it to 120%.
What the fuck are you talking about? You are wherever the fuck I say you are, and I say.
Okay, and we're going to add our mellow slap. Oh, it's so good. So Mello is a post guy from Vancouver who works on Netflix shows, and he just gave us a great tip on revibe, and we've named the preset after him. So
At the Mexican lady, okay, right now we have bigger things to worry about. So just fucking relax, okay? Just everyone just fucking relax. Half Chilean, half Uruguay. How is that so fucking? What the fuck are you talking about? You are wherever the fuck I say you are, and I say you're a little Mexican cunt.
Scumbag.
Barbarians.
maybe after Barbarians or something.
Barbarians. Pay for that. With what money? The money I fucking flew out of your ass.
No, that's not the right gap. We
Josh,
need to
no,
find.
let's do the bottom. Josh.
We need to find a good gap.
Fucking.
Obviously, the dialogue needs to be mixed better throughout this. So we're not. It's all unmixed. We're just trying to fill it with sounds.
Bash the shit out of that dog.
Fucking.
Who the hell? Throw someone out of the car.
Fucking remember it, alright?
I don't care.
Alright.
You're talking throughout, so
The Mexican lady, okay, right now we have bigger things to worry about. So just fucking relax, okay? Just everyone just fucking relax. Half Chilean, half Uruguay.
wonder if we can just chuck it. Not the whole lot, but let's just chuck a bit of it behind this loud yelling.
Just fucking relax, okay? Just everyone just fucking relax. Half Chilean.
Can you guys hear all right? Everything's good? How's the stream feel?
Fucking relax, okay? Just everyone just fucking relax. Half Chilean, half Uruguay.
We just don't. They're talking the whole time, and obviously with how hard it is to understand them.
Okay, right now we have bigger things to worry about. So just fucking relax, okay? Just everyone just fucking relax. Half Chilean, half Uruguay.
There may not be a good gap. Let's just mute it for now and watch the scene.
Bash the shit out of that dog.
Fucking.
Who the hell? Throw someone out of the car.
Remember it, alright?
I don't care.
Alright. We can yell at the Mexican lady, okay? Right now we have bigger things to worry about. So just fucking relax, okay? Just everyone just fucking relax. Half Chilean, half Uruguay. How is that so fucking? What the fuck are you talking about? You are wherever the fuck I say you are, and I say you're a little Mexican cunt. Barbarians! You're gonna pay for that. Pay for that. With what?
Maybe we could just have a short beat after Barbarians, because it's almost like a response Not that they can probably see him.
And I say, you're a little Mexican cunt.
Scumbag.
Barbarians! You're gonna pay for that. Pay for that.
What do you reckon, guys?
Barbarians! Barbarians! You're gonna pay for that. Pay for that. With what money? The money only fucking flew out of your ass.
Josh.
What are you doing, Josh? Josh! No, let's do the boy! Josh! 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 No, let's do the boy! Josh! Josh!
Oh, what was that?
Cop that, you cunt.
Excuse the language, guys.
Cop that, you cunt. Cop that. Cop that, you. Cop that, you. Cop that, you. Cop that, you cunt.
Oh, what was that? Some of those are mine.
Fucked! You were better off, man. Who listens to Susan Boyle anyways? Really? Who is a
A
cultural
British
icon?
underdog.
You fucking dead.
That horn works really well, eh?
Do something. Okay,
We have to do something.
we have to go to the compound.
Compound.
Yes, we have to go to the fucking compound. It's a long story. Josh!
So we've got a couple of screeches here. We might just take the tops off those a little bit, make them not as
Do something. Okay,
We have to do
make them not as bright.
fucking flew out of your ass.
Josh.
What are you doing, Josh? Josh! No, let's do the boy! Josh! Josh!
Cop that, you cunt.
Oh, what was that? Some of those are mine.
Fucked! You were better off, man. Who listens to Susan Boyle anyways? Really? Who is a
A
cultural
British
icon?
underdog.
You fucking dead.
Do something. Okay,
We have to do something.
we have to go to the compound.
Compound.
Yes, we have to go to the fucking compound. It's a long story.
Compound.
Yes, we have to go to the fucking compound.
All right, so we need to get some
Okay.
ambiences
I know-
back. We're just going to continue on. Scene doesn't need any more than that for now. See what the director thinks later on. So we're just going to add some ambiences for our night scene. Little trick, if we copy
You're the one who
copy
fucked up.
this,
You
if you
can't-
copy the audio here, we're just going to copy it as I said. You can select an area. Let's just select that much. If you go Option Command V, then you could put it the amount you want to crossfade. It's up to you. You can put say 500 milliseconds, and it will just put a fade in. The only thing is you just got to be careful. It puts a fade in at the start, so just make sure you fix that. And what we'll do is we'll just delete this, and then we can grab this whole lot, copy that, do the same thing for this whole thing. So this whole scene that's outdoors, we can do the same thing. Boom. And again, just make sure, see how it's got a bit of a fade in there. Let's just put a fade in, crossfade in. We want a couple of screeches, so we're gonna use, let's just use the one we've got here, and we're gonna get the sound pulling in as well. In fact, let's get a new one. Let's keep it fresh. So we had issues trying to find the right car sound for this, so we currently are using a, what was it, Trackhawk. It's like a Jeep Grand Cherokee or something, I think. I didn't spell that right. Trackhawk. It's so weird. Listen to that whine. Amazing. Let us know if you're in there, chat. Say good day. Chime in. Make sure you click that heart button at the top and give us a follow. Also, just side note, yesterday, I think most of you would know, yesterday I set up a Discord, so I've just chucked that into chat. So feel free to come and join us. It's a great place to just put your tips in and stuff. That's the gearbox about to die. Oh, you can see it. Isn't that nice? You guys can read my chat. Love that. It's great. New edition because, you know, I couldn't be bothered always reading what was being said. Not couldn't be bothered. I just needed to get the workflows for streaming to be as good as my workflows within Pro Tools. Right, here we go. Oh, we don't want it that close. Shivers. It doesn't sound healthy, does it? It's an interesting mic. It sounds like it's a phase issue with one of those mics. I have to try and fix one of these. That sounds awful. That could work. So we will chuck this into Pro Tools. We'll get another skid in there as well.
What now?
Excuse me. What we can do is if we add like a bump sound, let's go. One of those.
What now? What now?
It's pretty quick. Oh, pretty long sound effect. We might need to speed up a little bit. Maybe we can back it right off as well because he's not really stopping too hard.
What now?
You're the one who fucked up, okay?
Peace.
The fucking compound. It's a long story.
What now?
You're the one who fucked up. Yeah, it's a long story.
What now?
You're the one who fucked up, okay?
Piece of shit.
Fuck off.
What now?
Just going to give that a little bit of a boost at the end so you can hear the car coming down.
What now?
Impact. Let's just see if we can. Oh, see if we can find a softer hit. These are going to be all big. Actually, it's not going to work. We need a hand thumping some metal. Yeah, nice. Actually, that could work. We'll get the first part of that hit. Look at that. You find gold. So we'll just chuck. We only need it in mono. So we're just going to, oh, thanks Pro Tools. So this will be just the moment where he hits the car. We don't want that second one. We'll just go with the first.
Piece of shit. Fuck off. Piece of shit. Fuck off.
So without.
Piece of shit. Fuck off.
Literally nothing without. Let's just get rid of some of the mud.
Piece of shit. Fuck off. Piece of shit. Fuck off. Piece of shit. Fuck off.
Compound. It's a long story.
What now?
What's the matter, Joshy? I thought you were tough.
Ruby, look, I'm sorry, all right? What I did was wrong.
We'll obviously
We all
back
know
off these ambiences a little bit and stuff, but for now we'll leave it. We're not going to
Compound.
mix.
It's a long story.
The whole thing will be off balance, really, from start to finish. We do a bit of clip gain to correct it, but really long term, we just do all that with our faders at the end.
Up, okay? Piece of shit. Fuck off.
What's the matter, Joshy? I thought you were tough.
Ruby, look, I'm sorry, all right? What I did was wrong. We all know that, but I don't even remember it. You'll fucking remember this, won't ya?
Just got some windy air. We could probably get rid of that. We might try and find ourselves another city ambience. Sorry, suburban
Compound. It's a long
ambience.
story.
What now? You're the one who fucked up, okay? Piece of shit. Fuck off.
So we don't have a lot of time to fill all that Foley and
Look,
stuff.
I'm
We're just going to
sorry,
use the
What I
on-set
did was wrong.
sound.
We all know that, but I don't even remember
We just need to
it.
fill the gaps that
Fucking remember this, won't ya?
there are, yeah.
You'll fucking remember this, won't ya?
Yeah. Weaver asked. Oh, you can see it. What did you do wrong? We must have missed it. So the girl, you can. I don't know if you can see the girl next to him has a black eye, and supposedly he pushed her out of a moving car. The night he got trashed, but we're not exactly sure what happened. She said that he pushed her out of a car and then they got chased. So, yeah.
What's the matter, Joshy? I thought you were tough.
Ruby,
Nice
look,
guy.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
alright? What I did was wrong. We all know that, but I don't even remember it. You fucking remember this, won't ya? You'll fucking remember this, won't you?
We're going to cut our ambiences to really make this more effective.
You'll fucking remember this, won't you?
We're just going to make this sound a little bit more realistic. I didn't put these sound effects in, but sounds a bit modern for that car, but that's all right. We're just going to put our new mellow preset on this. We might need to go. There we go.
Won't you?
Cool. We need a boot opening. It's not very prominent there. Oops. Bort. Car bort. Car boots open. Let's go. Car boot open. Yeah, I'll be honest. There's some behavior in this web series that's not favorable. That'll do. What I'll do is I'll lower it just to make it a bit more beefy. Rusty boot opening. Yeah, we can make it more rusty. Ah, damn it, that won't come straight in. I hate that. Rusty boot open. Thanks, Bald Az, killing it with the old tips. Probably needs to be a. Let's go. Car boot. Rusty. Let's see. Nope. Nope. Let's see. There might be one without Rusty in the name that sounds a bit screechy. Oh, there we go. Maybe we can combine that and the last one together. That one's that's nice and close, and then we can add our reverb to it. Boom. Thanks, Bald Az, killing it with the old tips. Let's go tab to transient. Let's go delete that for now. And then let's find the point. It's after the weep weep. Let's just say it's about here. We're going to lose it. So let's try and let's move you over there for now. We're going to get this dude. So we want to get that squeak straight after we've opened it up. We're going to need a bigger latch sound, I think. It's not very good. What we'll do, so we're going to pitch down this opening so the latching sound is a bit beefier. Oops. Yeah. Does that work? That's too long, but maybe we should go lower to probably a bit too much. We can then bring this front in here because, to be honest, the music starts pretty quick, so we're not going to get much of a sound in there. I reckon that'll do. We just need to get a better, like... That's a great sound. Thanks, Baldaz. Killing it with the tips. Let's get that one to open it up. I know I've already downloaded it, but there we go. Let's just punch that one in. Just to keep things neat, I will move these both up to the top 2 channels. I'm going to lower this one. Lower in volume, but lower in pitch. Could probably afford it to be a little bit later, eh? Okay, we need some sort of sound. What do you reckon, guys? We need some sort of sound here. Maybe those car impact or something, like the glass shatter and stuff is kind of a cool idea. Something to punch people in the face. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Is that too full on, that idea? Or we go with his whip, because he's actually... So we've been using the whipping sound for his glasses. Whoopsh. Do we go the whipping sound when it shows his title, or should we get something more loud and obnoxious? What do you reckon? Those tire skids. You reckon a tire skid on the title? As in a tire skid leading into it? Lunatic, welcome, mates. Obviously, we'll get the music in stereo as well, so that'll sound heaps bigger and more full on. What I'm going to do is we're going to use, so we've got Lo-Fi, and Pro Subharmonic is a Waves plugin that's great as well. It's just great for, we could just like add a bit of low rumble. We just maybe don't want to go too low, but you can actually pick. So what kind of, let's not go that one. Silly preset. We probably just shouldn't have gone any preset. Let's go bass driver. We'll try that. So we can change the frequency that we kind of emphasize, so the range, and then you can pick the frequency, actually push it there, so you can do a mix as well. So we can, like, it's a great way to, you can also pick, so what kind of distortion. So if you want a clean distortion, something that's a bit more full on, and you got your direct sound, and then your 2 other frequencies that you can add in, which is these 2 frequencies here. So we'll just play around, and we go back and put a mix of it. Just gives it a bit more thump, which is cool. Pro Subharmonic is not, unfortunately, so that's Waves. The other plugin, which I think is Waves as well, not lo-fi, which is awesome, is low air. So you can do 5.1 mono and stereo. Low air is similar, so you can like pick, let's just go, what sound do we got here? That's ding, that's not going to work for us. Let's just go back to this sound. It's already got pretty big vibes, right? But you can pick the frequency range. So this is your hertz. So if you have like a storm and you want something real rumbly, you can go down to like 40, 30 hertz. This is perfect for when you went like full on LFE, low rumble. You can put low air, which kind of just adds same deal, kind of distortion. So we can go direct or, so that's, you probably can't hear it on your monitors. Maybe you can. Can you hear that? Probably not. Let's go a bit higher. There you go. So that's the kind of noise you can add in. So we've got, there's just a bit more bass, like you're picking that tone, and then you're just going to add air, which is more, it's almost like surrounding frequencies, just kind of make it all rumble and stuff. So we can add that, and obviously you can go direct. You can add it in or not, and you've got an output trim. An output trim there as well. So that's really cool, like for if you just want like your Thunder to just have that LFE vibe. The other alternatives, what could we use? Do you have any kind of, if you've got any kind of, so Neutron, which you get, or I got with Isotopes stuff for free, that's got, it's just basically extra harmonics, harmonic distortion. So you can add this one, you got different frequencies. So you could technically just turn, you could bypass these, or you could just not have them on. But then you do the whole frequency range. But you could turn those on, bypass these two, and then just use the low frequency here. So basically you're just getting the juice from this section here. Yeah, sweet. So, sorry, I'm just checking something. All good. Yeah, so that's a good way just to get some low harmonic distortion there. So you're just basically adding more information into those lower frequencies. So what do you think? Should we go with this? Decapitator as well. Thanks for the tip there. Director Post. Nice. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. It's always lovely to have new viewers. Feel free. We've got a Discord if you want to join the Discord and chat and throw more tips out there and stuff. But please join us in this chat. Help us with ideas. Let's talk through this stuff together. So we're just trying to find a way to emphasize this guy. So this has been a real trippy web series. So we've got lots of weird stuff in there. Argentina, nice. Tell us a bit about yourself, mate. What are you a master of? What are you an assassin of? What's your studio situation like? Do you work from home? Do you work somewhere else? Are you housebound because of this virus and working even harder than you normally would?
You'll fucking remember this, won't ya?
I wonder what we need to do with this gap.
Remember this, won't ya? You'll fucking remember this, won't ya?
Very Batman-esque.
Fucking.
Should we do our little, let's just copy and paste that. We're going to, so I'm just chucking it in the dialogue channel above. We're going to just do a bit of a little altar boy, which is probably one of my favorite plugins.
You'll
I just
fucking remember this,
love it.
won't ya? You'll fucking remember this, won't ya? You'll fucking remember this, won't ya?
So this is kind of the vibe
You'll
we
fucking remember this, won't ya? You'll fucking remember this, won't ya? You'll fucking remember this, won't ya?
make it even more Batman-esque.
You'll fucking remember this, won't ya?
We might put some swooshes in there just to fill those kind of the gaps between the dialogue and all that. We do have some swipes somewhere in here. Let's just go and find them again because that'll be easier. What do we got? Nope, that's our sniffing. I should be more organized. What really you should be you should get these like well label things well or put them in groups. So here we go. This is our swooshes here.
Joy.
What a bitch.
So that'll be reminiscent of that previous swooshing bit. So we're going to go through. Here we go.
I don't even remember it. You fucking remember this, won't ya?
You fucking remember this, won't ya?
Freelance sound designer recording Foley until today. Mandatory quarantine from tomorrow. Jeez Louise. So that's in Argentina. So what are you going to do through that time? Are you going to just hang out with me and watch my stream every day? Because I can make that happen. Although, unfortunately, it's coming up to the weekend, so I won't be on for a couple of days, but be loving it if you joined us. Okay, so we want to put our little swooshes in here.
You fucking remember.
Okay, so I've done it before, so you can see, or only probably you can't see. So if you look, anyway, where my mouse is, what I've done is if you have your transitional point, so like the peak of your hit, like let's just say it's an impact sound or something like that. What you can do is press Command and comma, and that puts in a marker on that file. And then what we can do is we just cursor either, scrolling left and right. We find our transitional point. So that's where we come to this here. And what we can do is if you press Control Shift and you click, it'll put that marker right where you set your cursor. So press Shift and Control and click, and then
You fucking remember this, won't ya?
cool. So we'll do the same thing back out as well. So we find our point, which let's go a little bit before. Problem is, so you just got to be careful. So when I did that first one, where are we? When I click and do it on that one, now my cursor's moved to there. So if I did it to this one, it's going to be in the wrong spot. So you just need to make sure you're in the right frame for both of those. You could group them. Actually, what we'll do, let's be smart. So what we're going to do is you press Option Command G. Oh, it doesn't like it when it's got elastic audio. That's a pain in my ass. I wonder if we can commit. I don't know if you can commit elastic audio. That's a shame. Well, if you weren't using elastic audio, which I am on all my FX channels, so I can like pitch stuff them down, you'll be able to group it and you could put your marker on that one group and then it would both match up. But anyway, all good. So that'll give us a bit more punch in this scene.
You fucking remember this, won't ya?
We've done that too early.
Won't ya?
What we'll do is we're going to move that line of dialogue over a little bit because we've got space.
You fucking remember this, won't ya? You fucking remember this, won't ya?
So that's nice, quick in and out there.
You fucking remember this, won't ya?
We probably could afford to speed up the line a little bit.
Won't ya? Won't ya? Won't ya? Won't ya?
Wonder if we need some. Do we just crank the music in this, or do we need some sort of fighting Foley sound? Not Foley, fighting like Walla, like dudes yelling and stuff. We need some whooshes and hits and stuff, don't we? We need some chaos, bar fight maybe. Oh, let's put that in. A dog fight. We've been putting some trippy sounds in there. Is it a bit much? We can obviously manipulate a bit. We can put our newly famous mellow outdoor reverb. If anyone wants a preset too, you should let me know and I can chuck it on the Discord. On that note, sign up to the Discord. Oh, it might be stupid, but let's give it a try. What are we thinking? You'd then have a slow-mo.
You're next.
We got to make this full on with punching sounds and whips and stuff, right? Wonder if they do a slow-mo yell, or we just got to. We can make our own. Oh, fell. That's lovely. Good spelling. Benni Knop. You're all a bit quiet this morning. Is everyone a bit tired? We've had a lot of great sessions.
Taxi! This is so cool! Hell yeah! Just shot! Ow! 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 Ow!
Germans! Taxi!
Ow!
Should I do it? Have a guy going taxi because he wants to get out of there?
Taxi!
Although there was one that was more full on, right? Where was that other one?
Ow! Hell yeah!
There it is.
Taxi!
Should we put that in? It's not Australian, but what does it matter? Where should we do it before he Start to bash them. Just going to put some declip on there. I think it's a bit crunchy. Just see.
Taxi!
Bold as loves it.
Taxi! 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 Taxi!
There's a guy that kind of runs off there. I should probably just record my own, Just wondering whether, like, if we have it in there, we're going to have a fight scene during that, like, swishes and punches and stuff. I might get too full on. We've got to think about these things, Weaver? So let's chuck it in here. We'll maybe pan to the side a bit like the guys kind of over our shoulder. We'll put some reverb on it and stuff later. Bit of an outdoor reverb. Directo Post. Thanks for the follow, mate. Appreciate that. Mate, I'll just quickly send you, check out our Discord, sign up. We're all chatting on there, talking about post stuff, sharing ideas, sharing our studios. Get on there. While you're bored, sitting at home in your quarantine state, get involved in the conversation. Join us here on the live stream. Let's just keep that there for now. Taxi, hilarious idea. Was that Weavers? Killing it. So we just need a man yelling. Because we just want to, do we want like a or something? I just want to get a slow-mo kind of like about to bash someone. And this one last hit. Where is it?
You're next.
Just here, I want to have a nice big.
Ah! Oh! Oh! Oh!
Love that.
Oh! Ah! Ah!
What would the sound be? Maybe one of these slowed down a bit. That slowed down should be fine. I don't know why it's in stereo. We're just going to chuck it in our mono because if we're working in a 5.1 project, but we're in stereo. If it was 5.1, you would want that sound to come through the center channel. So we're just going to slow it right down. Yeah, it's pretty cool. How good's his outfit, guys? Loving it. It's not quite long enough till we go even lower again and slow it down. That we might need it longer. What do you reckon? Do we need blood and guts? It's so weird. Like they assaulted his girlfriend at his, or not his girlfriend. They assaulted that girl, and they're the ones fighting back. It's anyway. What we want, let's double that, just because we don't want to destroy the main treated one. We're going to go back to our to Pro Harmonic. I'm pretty sure, is there like a voiceover preset? There is on there is on the low air. actually. We didn't. I want it to be all wet. That's all right. Let's do it again. Let's just keep that one there. We're going to go full wet, no dry in this one. Let's try. Let's do a bit of both. Let's go harmonic, and we're going to add low air mono. And I'm pretty sure speaker destroy. No, it doesn't have it either. Okay, that's all right. Well, what we can do is we want at 120 hertz. It's so weird that it's not doing the first section. We can maybe try. That'll fix it. So all we've done is use clip gain to bring out that first section. We probably don't need to go full sub. We just want it to be fuller. In fact, I think we've thinned that one out a bit too much. That pink thong, though, might need some removing with the RX later. Lol.
You're next.
Oh, there's dudes.
You're next.
Okay, so there's a dude running away. You can't really tell. It's so dark. Is he chasing dudes? And it's saying, you're next. Maybe that's where we could put taxi. What do you reckon?
You're next.
Taxi!
What do you reckon, guys?
Taxi! 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 Taxi!
We're just going to...
Taxi! 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 Taxi!
You're next.
Taxi!
So he's obviously chasing him and saying, you're next.
You're
But
next.
Taxi!
You're
far.
next.
Taxi!
You're next.
Taxi!
You're next.
Taxi!
You're
it's a shame. Let's use... I'm not a huge fan. The D-reverb is a bit hit and miss for me, but we're going to give it a try just because this is clearly recorded in a room.
You're
We need
next.
to...
You're next.
Well, let's add
You're
more.
next. You're 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 next.
Turning it
You're
down. I thought you can
next.
change each frequency. Why is that
next.
not working?
You're next. 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 You're next.
Taxi!
You're next.
Taxi!
You're next.
Taxi!
Starting to
You're
dance tune.
next.
Taxi!
You're next.
Taxi!
You're next.
Taxi!
You're You're next.
Taxi!
Okay, so we need someone running really fast in bare feet, I'm assuming. Bare feet. Is that how you spell bare feet? That's right, isn't it? Oh, it's 2 words. Sand, great, helpful. Fast. Bare feet, let's try that. Sludgy. It's moist. We call that sound moist. Should I be really specific? Because that's carpet. Guess we go that. The only thing is you can still hear the room with that. That says barefoot on concrete, far perspective, but you can hear the resonance of like the timber floor that it's on. Let's maybe we'll try that one. I do find that interesting. There's a whole bunch of Foley stuff out there that you can hear the room, and I know a lot of the times they're in these small rooms and stuff, but makes a lot of it pretty useless. Let's try a bit of reverb, de-reverb to see if we can get rid of that. It's very low as well, but once we turn it down.
You're next.
Taxi!
I can't really, like, I don't know if when it gets graded we're going to be able to see better. But
You're next.
Taxi!
You're next.
Taxi!
You're next.
Taxi!
You're next.
Taxi!
just going to get rid of some of that low
You're next.
frequency just so it sounds a bit more real, because it'll be distant. You're not going to hear it that much.
Taxi!
You're next.
Taxi!
You're next.
Taxi!
You know what I'm going to add? One of my favorite tricks. We're going to add a barking dog, because they're running in the street. There'll be a local dog who doesn't like to see them there. Perfect. Anyone else love a good dog ambience or dog sound effect? It's one of my faves. Whenever I got a scene where someone's like standing at a window or something, I'll have a dog just barking in the background. Love it. That's great. My dog like it. As in your dog likes it. Oh, is he barking back? Should I just keep looping it and make your dog go crazy?
You're next.
Taxi!
I like that. I like it a lot. We're just going to pan that dude to the side.
You're next.
Taxi!
We could even put some more slappy on it later, but we're just going to have a faint in the side.
You're next.
Taxi!
Mitchell, you know I hate when you call me that. Yeah, I know.
Great way to add that, add antagonism to the scene too. Yeah, 100%. It's also just like Foley-wise, you can barely see what's going on there. And obviously we can put some footsteps in, the dialogue's there, but it's like a bit weird because clearly the dialogue's ADR. It doesn't really make sense. We've obviously had taxi and stuff, but you're right. It adds that whole being chased thing, which I don't know if you're going to be able to, like they're going to be able to raise that shot because there's not much information. It's literally just some lights and the compression's not great, but I can just make out a nude figure running, which is obviously our antagonist.
You're next.
Taxi!
Wondering whether that taxi, we might pan it slightly to the other direction because it looks like he's heading that way a little bit.
Taxi! Taxi! Taxi!
And then it's separate side to our dog as well.
Taxi!
I reckon let's go a bit harder with the dog barks, eh? Let's get some more in there.
Taxi!
You're next.
Taxi!
You're next.
Taxi!
Maybe get rid of one of those and have 3 there. How does that sound?
You're next.
Taxi!
You know what we could do?
I hate when you call me that.
We could also keep it, just have a couple more a bit after the fact, and then we can make it further in the distance. Might even like change the pan a little bit. Unless we bring it to this side a little bit. That's not going to work. Maybe we go even further. Just go hard left.
Mitchell.
And what we'll do is we'll add more reverb to that one. We'll drop it down, and what we'll even do is roll off the tops a bit more. Because the dog wouldn't have stopped barking yet. Benny, do you recommend any other websites for sound effects libraries besides SoundSnap? There's been a whole bunch of suggestions made by pretty much everyone who's joined the stream so far. It was like Boom Library. Guys, that's what we're here for, so chime in. But also get on the Discord, because we've got a few different channels on there, and one of them is to talk about plugins and gear, and there's another one just for libraries as well. There's actually a couple of guys, so while I'm at it, I'm going to tell you what was it, Systematic Sound. So Danny from Systematic Sound actually sent me a couple of libraries which have used some in this. Supposedly he said I don't have all of them though. For some reason the download didn't work, but we've been using some urban city and suburban ambiences, but he's got a couple of sounds really clean, recorded on Sennheiser 8000 or 8040 or something. But yeah, really good sounds. So I would suggest you check him out. So that's systematic-sound.com. But yeah, let's chuck those in the Discord. So guys, let's fill it up with great libraries. Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Because at the moment, like for me, it's not the best library, but price-wise, for all the sounds you get, it's pretty solid. I have definitely been thinking though recently that I need to start switching to just buying a bunch of libraries and just building up my own collection, or even buying I'm having a mental blank. There's a company that you can buy a whole hard drive, and it's kind of a starter pack, and it's like 40,000 sounds or whatever. And yeah, it I'm trying to remember what it's called. Anyway, I'll find it and I'll put it on there. I've wondered about, like, it's quite expensive, as in it's probably like 8 years worth of having SoundSnap, but financially it's just has been a good option. There, you got to filter through the crap, and you also have to treat them a lot as well. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure if I would recommend SoundSnap at the moment, but it's what I'm using. So we've had a lot of troubles, even yesterday. So if you go back and watch yesterday's stream, we were doing this car chase scene, and there was just not many sounds we could use. It's like, I'm in Australia and this is American, there were American cars. There's nothing to really match the car we had. And then even within the library, sometimes they're quite extensive. They've got all the different sounds you need, and other times they don't. So yeah, it's really, it's one of those things that I need to just start getting out there a lot and recording my own sounds, things like cars in Australia. The one thing I have issues with is Walla. So just like talking in a cafe or in a restaurant. So just good ambiences for like a scene where there's a couple of people in a cafe or whatever. So, Soundly. Yeah, Soundly's good. So Soundly you can get for free, and it's basically an app for you to be able to search sounds and stuff. If you get the free version, which I pulled it up again the other day because I'm like, I should start using it, especially now if I'm going to get some other libraries. And I've also got a bunch of SoundSnap stuff that I've already downloaded that I'd love to put in there and organize. But you can only have 2,500 sounds if you don't have a paid version. So it could be worth upgrading to a paid version. The other thing is you can buy libraries direct off that. So I'm not sure who contributes to that. I don't know if you guys want to share in there who contributes to that, but that'd be sick. Cool. All right, I'm going to keep moving on.
Your neck.
We've lost our picture. So we're going to go back and finish our fight scene. So we need to add more swishes of the dildo, punch sounds. We'll make this pretty artificial sounding. The whole thing's been a bit quirky and fun. So we'll add a bunch of whip sounds and some really fake punching sounds. Let's just get some heavy punches. Which again, I'm pretty sure I've already downloaded this stuff and I'm just going to be doubling down, but let's just go with it. Yeah, these ones are good. Bit heavy. Oh, that's nice and it's a bit sloppy, a bit wet as well. Might try both of these. It's not letting me drag in. What are you doing? Let's just re-download it. It could be that it's at 96K. I'm pretty sure that was the issue yesterday. Yeah, Pro Tools doesn't like it when you try and just drop and drag. Oh, no, it worked that time. That's weird. So we'll download this one again too. Bit of wetness. Should we make it like a samurai sword, like shing sounds and stuff? Because we want to go with... Oh, sorry, face cam. Damn it. I'm so bad at that. I'm really sorry, guys. Shocking. You're on face cam. Do I need to just put like a giant face cam? Anyway, sorry, guys. One day I will just smash it like, I don't know, somebody who's smashing it. All right, so we've got a tab to transient switched on up here. You can see that up in the blue doodads. It's the first one of those 3 blue buttons. And if you press tab, it's tab to transient. So we can do that and just cut it. We can delete this stuff. So we can do the same again. Cut that. Tab it, cut that, tab it, cut that, tab it, cut that. In fact, you can just keep pressing tab. And we're going to cut these out. We need a cam command to let you know easily. That's true. We need some sort of noise. Maybe I'll look into that because maybe I can set up a thing that activates a noise. So it could be a fun. I'll give you a command. You can press it and it makes a ridiculous noise that draws my attention to it. It's a good idea, Bfoot. Let me talk to my peeps and make that happen. My peeps being me when I'm not streaming. All right, so we need to find some great hits, some whip sounds. We're going to get a whip crack in there. That is a big dildo. Like mine at home's pretty big compared to that, but not that big. All right, so we're going to go smack. We might add some wetness and some blood and guts. I can already hear the cam spam. I know, seriously, as soon as I was saying it, I was like, 100% you're going to just do it all the time, especially if I made it like a fart noise or something like real obnoxious. You'd just be pressing it all the time, wouldn't you? Lol, yours at home. Yours at where? I said mine at home, my dildo at home. Do you not? Anyway. Does he actually hit that dude? Let's just pretend he does. We'll muffle these ones or something, or you know what? It won't matter. I love it. It's dirty as. Maybe when she covers her mouth, we can have a hit there because then it's like she's responded to something bad. We might just back those off a little bit, take the tops off so it seems a little bit more like there's distance, even though the other noises are still right there. It sounds a bit fake, but we'll play around. We might put some reverb on it and add some other whips and stuff that kind of, I don't know. We're not going for realism anyway, right? That scene needs a Wilhelm scream for sure. Please, please. Wilhelm scream.
Oh!
That's not the original, is it?
Oh!
Is that the original?
Oh!
Is that the original? It can't be the original. Do we just put it in anyway? What's the deal with that? Are people just like going free reign on that? They're just using it whenever they want. No one's pulling them up on it legally. Nope, as in it's not the real one. Would I be ridiculed for using a fake sounding one? Let me see if I still have it, please. I'll share it on Discord. Please do. We need some variety in these hits. He doesn't even hit him. Hit him. Oh no, it's the wrong bit. I might put like blood and guts in that last one, make it real brutal. Oh, whoops, there, footsteps. Idiot. I thought I'd grabbed the wrong bit. That's all right. Here we go. Go back. There we go. It's these ones that I wanted. I might just add, see if doubling these up a little bit, get some slobberiness in there. Oh, that's gross. Sounds wet now. Is wet okay? Is wet? It just sounds more unnerving, doesn't it? If you haven't noticed, so on my, I'll just quickly show you. So down there, I've got a trackball. You can see at the keyboard. So on my trackball, there's two buttons at the top, and one of them does this selection tool, and one of them does the hand. And if you press both, it does the the multi-tool or whatever, the smart tool. That's the one. So it means like I can go through and select stuff. Tab to transient, cut it, I click over to the hand, and then just move that across. It just makes it nice and quick. Loving those. That's gross. So we can click on that one. If you press... So we were doing Control-Shift to move it to that other cursor, but if you just press Control, it'll just send it the front of the clip straight to where you want it. So we click on that one. We're just syncing that. Clicking on that one. Actually, we've got to break this. So, oh yeah, sorry. Tab to transient. We're breaking that by pressing Command E, grabbing here, and then Control and click. Just going to grab this last one. need some flesh and blood. How are we all doing out there? We all awake? I'm struggling. It's the end of the week. It's just a bit much, isn't it? Let's see if one of these will fit. We only need short ones. Under 2 seconds, just a quick squelch. They sound so good. Chuck that in. In fact, this stuff should probably not be in effects. What we're going to do is we're going to quickly grab this. Sorry, Foley, we'll keep that for... Here we go. Oh, it doesn't matter. Doesn't like it. What's going on? Paste. All right. Don't know why it's doing that. Whatever. We're going to stick it with where it was. Is that nice? Bit of guts there.
You're next.
We need a real heavy punch there, don't we? Just get a few more guts just in case. Just want some extra squirties in here too. Why not? Make it real gross, real wet.
You're next. Taxi!
That last one's not a great thump. We might need a different punch. Which one sounds stronger? Maybe we could lower it. Make it a bit more, give it more variety as well. We need a man. Is it a heave? Man heave? How do you spell heave? H-E-A-V, is it? Heave? I know. He? No, that's right. Heave, it is E-A. Yeah. Man heave. Might be nice to get it. Or whatever. Seriously, I should just hook up this mic so I can I can add sounds. Oh, that's yummy. How good's that? You know what? I should actually be bothered. Let's go up here. Oh, that's why, because it's a mono, is it? There we go. Come back down. Too many cooks, too many cooks. Let's get a couple more of our fixed channels back. So we've got hidden stuff here. So we're obviously starting to use more channels. So I'm going to just move that there. Move the blood and guts. Actually, let's move the blood and guts down. We're going to go with heavier hits up top. Going to get this one and this one. There we go. Then we can just delete those. We don't need them there. We're going to get some squirtiness.
You're
Or should we have that one there? We need a man going. How do you spell? Oh, maybe a man dying. Let's try that one. Love it. Computer's running a tad slow. There we go. It's pretty long. Let's just shorten this off. We're going to bring this tail in and we're going to just bring the end of that and try and see if we can make it sound like it's short. Yeah, that's nice.
You're next.
Sounds a bit old. What we might do, we're just going to print that, speed it up a little bit so it's he sounds a little bit younger. Same with that one.
You're next. Taxi!
Okay, now we need some swooshes. Swoosh. Maybe fighting. Should we go with a samurai sword shink kind of sounds and stuff? What do you reckon, guys? Can we get a vote out there? What do you think? That's pretty cool. Want those kind of sounds for sure. The whipping stuff. Do it. Hee hee. I'm pretty sure that was meant to be hee hee. Need a same whip that we used for his goggles. Let's just for his glasses in the previous scene. Let's go whip. See what we got. How do you preview sounds quickly in clip? Here, can someone give me a? There we go. Sick. Sorry, that's really loud, but I can't turn it down there. Just gonna go to. I'm pretty sure it's within workstation. So here, there's volume. If we turn it down here, pretty sure that turns it down in general. So we can go. Let's just go like 8 dB or something. If I go. Yeah, it's better. Yeah, we'll get one of those. When he first cracks it, when he comes out. It's going to be perfect. Maybe we can get a better whip there. Whip crack. I reckon we can get one with a build up. That one's kind of cool. That one's nice and dramatic. Let's go with that second one we got. What do we need? I don't know that he kind of pulls it out, but it'd be cool to have a sheathing sound. No, it's not going to work. Let's go with a whip crack here. Let's get these whoosh punches and we can add those in. We might need to get whooshes from somewhere else, but we could probably just use these couple on repeat. What'd you do that for, you jerk? Let's cut that. Dropped it down here. We're going to delete that channel. We don't need it. Didn't come through. How are we all doing? Any thoughts, any ideas? Punch whoosh, there we go. That's the second one, is it? Let's just grab the first. There we go. There's two there now. So what we'll do is we just need the left sides. So we're just going with mono for this stuff. We're going to go. But we can just turn the punch itself down out of that effect because we've already got a lot of punch going on. So we'll use a little bit of that. In fact, let's get a bit more backing because that added quite a bit. Sounded good. We won't put whips on every single one, maybe every few. If it looks good. So good. What we'll do is we'll pitch these two down as well, get some variety in there, big slower whooshes. Obviously need to fix our pacing though, make sure it's all good. We'll put a really big, slow swoosh in the next one. Any other thoughts? What else could we chuck in there? So should we go with the samurai swooshes? That one will do. We can slow it down even further as well. It might be, by the time we slow it right down, it might be, what's going on? Come back here. Thanks, Pro Tools. Use that now, LFE sweetener, and I'm going to get we've got another ambience here. We're going to do that. Don't know why I've still got that open. Might even chuck a little swoosh when he lifts it up. Maybe speed it up a bit just to get it pitch-wise further up again. Maybe something with more attack for the final punch, like breaking the skull or something. Yes. Yeah, this bloody swelch is not really enough, is it? Skull crush. Good call there, director post. Can I just call you direct op, top post? What can I call you? Director post. Recto? Recto. No. Emilio is my name. Cool. But for the sake of people watching, it's probably best to call you direct. That's cool. Nice crunch. Oh, there's none that are short. We're going to have to shorten it ourselves. That's pretty good in there. Baldaz says, check your Discord. Sick. Beautiful. Perfect. I'll have to move that into my libraries folder later. Where do you want that? Do we put it at the end where he finally gets hit? No, because we've got the other in there. Let's have a look. That's weird. Why'd that? It's resampled it. Seriously? Check. Processing. Let's try it again, see if that'll fix it. That's so weird. Does anyone know what I've done there? Why my settings, why it's not importing the original recording? That's sick. You can hear the director giving the actor directions. Oh, in the long form one. That's cool. Let's go. Wilhelm screen, convert. It's weird. Processing. Automatically copy files and import. That's fine. Don't convert to sample rate on import. Maybe that'll work. Let's go back and try it again. Because I don't want it. Want the sounds in their original pitch because of the. What's doing is I'm assuming converting it, thinking it's. That's weird. Oh well. Let's go back to that. Cool. By the way, we've got it now. Chuck that in here. Steers, mate. What's up? Welcome to the chat. I am your noisy man. Your noisy punk. Welcome. Thanks for chiming in. Love that. The old Wilhelm scream. Oh. We're just working on a fight scene. Working on a fight scene with a giant dildo. I should add some of these whips in here. This actual whip sound is pretty sick. Yeah, mate, I'm doing well, doing great. Having lots of fun, people are chiming in. It's awesome. What's going on there? We're just trying to wrap up this web series that we've been working on. I still want to try. Let's try getting some. Is it samurai? Samurai? How do you spell samurai? Samurai? I'm gonna use Google. Samurai. That's it. No, that's not it. Samurai sword. Let's see. There, samurai. It's pretty cool, but we want to see what else we can get. What about, let's go sword, slice. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it, Stiz. Oh, we forgot where's our skull crack? Did we download that in the end? Downloads. Must have got distracted. Let's just getting lots of layers going on here. We can use that on that second one there. Kind of need a heavier hit there, don't we? Might use this one, and we're going to lower that as well. Thanks, Stiz. Appreciate it. So good to have your support. Go Peacekeepers. Should we get some Baldaz? Thank you so much. So good to have you here again. Thanks for staying up for me. Love your support. Love your ideas. Keep coming back, mate. It's good to hang. Have a good sleep. else we got here? Let's use it on that one. Actually, that's in slow-mo could be real sick. I'm going to do this. Going to just have a real slow-mo shing sound as well over this hit. We really do need that crack, so we're going to go back to skull crack. Oops, didn't type in skull crack. Oh, come on, mate. Just get it right. What is that? Why is there a spitting sound? That's weird. Could use the start of that. Let's just go to skull crush again. That had more cracking sounds. This one could be good as that first hit's quite intense. Might be able to give us a bit of a sharper hit on that last one. We don't want that weird, that's almost like guts getting sprayed out the skull. We don't want that.
You're next.
You may not, like, because it's so crackly, it might not translate. It might just disappear in our wall of sound right now. It might be just a bit too, I don't know, maybe we could add the crackling coming after the hit as well. So it'll just add a little bit of something. Let's get our most full-on sounds here. Actually, that one's good there. Let's get that. Oh, that sounds pretty good. Poor guy. Beaten to death by a dildo.
You're next.
What do we reckon? Should we add some bone crunches just through some of these other hits, just because? Give them all a bit of different taste. We don't have to do it on all of them, but it might be nice to get, like, you know, the first hit could be more impactful if we had a bit of bone crunching. I don't know. What do you think? I think we need this stuff in mono. It's not sounding as delicious in stereo. It's just too wide, in my opinion.
hate when you call me that.
Yeah, I know. It's why I said it.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Our sound effects compared to the dialogue, it's like chalk and cheese. The dialogue's pretty rough. Direct, we only have one boom the whole production too, so there's no lapels, and there's whole scenes where there's like 10 of them talking. Not 10, I'm exaggerating, but it's pretty rough.
You're next.
Taxi!
Mitchell, you know I hate when you call me that.
Yeah, I know. It's why I said it.
Mitchell, you know I hate when you call me that. Mitchell, you know I hate when you call me that. Mitchell, you know I hate when you call me that. Mitchell, you know I hate when you call me that. Mitchell, you know I hate when you call me that. Mitchell, you know I hate when you call me that. What now?
We need another skid through that turning the corner. And we also need, sorry, I've just jumped back and now I'm already thinking we need some more stuff here. We're going to, I reckon we could add a car tire going over bump. Just as it goes up the driveway. No. Nope.
What now?
Make it shorter. It's pretty long.
What now? What now?
Need car tire. Turning maybe? We want to hear that asphalt kind of asphalt crumbly sound. That's not at all what it sounds like. But not as gravelly as that, but it's very gravelly. Ooh, cold coffee. What do you reckon? Still kind of warm. It's double walled, so. Car turning corner. Do you generally record Foley for your projects, or do you mostly use library sounds? I do not mean this part of the car, but in general. In general, I use library stuff. Most of the projects I work on are low budget, quick turnarounds. Very occasionally do I record stuff, but honestly, every couple of projects or the last few projects, I've really got frustrated just not finding either the quality that I need. I know it probably has a lot to do with sound, like that I'm using SoundSnap, but occasionally I'm just like, I really just want to start recording my own stuff. Especially for me, it's like ambiences, trying to find good like Australian ambiences and what, as I was saying before, Walla, just like general Aussies talking in the background of like cafe, restaurant, um, even just like ambiences inside houses where there's stuff happening outside, but you get the perspective from inside, because I tend to have to use outside sounds and filter them and do other stuff to make them sound like they're outside. But none of the budgets, like I wish I had the luxury of going out and recording weeks of sounds or whatever. Some projects have some sort of, specific car or sound that we've gone and recorded and stuff, but most of the time it's just library. Which is a shame. I've actually got a couple of sound recorders that are great on set, do a lot of recording for me as well. So when they're on set, there's like particular doors, like if it's a house that's kind of got that raggedy haunted vibe, they'll record door openings and closings and the sounds of like the objects that are used in the films and stuff. But that's very rare too, because a lot of times I get the film at the very end and I don't get to word up the sound recorders. So what about yourself, Direct? Do you get a bit more time to record sounds and stuff? Actually could work quite well. Let's use that. Just that little bump going up the driveway. Oh, nice. Should probably read the title before I just click on it, eh? One thing I would love to do on this stream, what I will do is I'm gonna start recording some sounds. I wonder if I should stream while I'm out doing it, but the plan will be to go out and spend even a day or like even over a course of some weeks, just record a bunch of stuff, and then we could go through it, edit it and stuff on here. Actually like go through clean sounds, organize them and stuff, just so you can see how I'd organize my libraries, and even what kind of sounds I've gathered and stuff. And maybe we could do some sort of deal that my Twitch followers could get a nice little cheeky bargain if they wanted to buy them. What about yourself, Direct? Tell us about what kind of sounds you're pulling. Are you recording it all yourself? Does it depend on the project? We almost need to emphasize those bumps, don't we? Just going to try and boost, even just with some clip gain, just boost to those two bumps. You know what, I'm going to lower it by just dropping the pitch a little bit. That's better. Might even bring those two closer in together because they're going kind of fast. Maybe not actually, because we've got front and back tie. That worked out all right. Yeah, in the studio I'm working, we record a lot of Foley outside projects, Netflix, Amazon, etc. No advertising, that's all good, mate. Let's check it out. Oh, what? Is that because of my internet? Interesting. Is that me or is that... Get out of it. Your website's down? It could be me. No, it doesn't look like it. There you go. Sick. Post-production. Let's check out the studio. I'm translating here without actually using Google Translate. This looks sick. Which one are you? This looks cool. So you have a Foley studio in there. At the moment, I've just got my mix space, which I'll give you another squiz there. Yeah, so I've got a mix space there, and that's it. So, like, I do ADR recording here, but not really any Foley. That's sick. That looks awesome, man. How long you been there for? Do you sublease that space, or like, do you actually work for the company? That's cool. Okay, so we've got our car sound. That's all good. So we've got a car pulling up.
What now?
Piece of shit.
Fuck off.
You fucking remember this, won't ya?
You fucking remember this, won't ya?
Cool, man. Let's put in a big thump when he hits the ground. Concrete. Like when, when Superman smashes on the ground when he's landed from flying. We want something like that. Oh, that's perfect. Impact, stone, concrete. Wonder if we can just drop one of these pitch-wise. It's not what we want, so... No, it's too porcelain. Where's my library? I'm just gonna give me a tick. I think I've got some sounds that might work for it. Nope. Sorry about that if I gave you a fright there. The impact debris. Let's try. Let's see if they've got a lower one. I can't find what I'm looking for. Actually, maybe I've found it. Yeah, come on. Here we go. That's pretty cool. Let's check that out. So what are you working on at the moment? Direct? Or because you're going to be housebound, have you got anything you can work on while you're housebound? Do you actually have to stay within your home? Are you allowed to like go out and not be around other people? Actually, no, wrong spot. Sorry. So the trick that we did before, so if you hold command and press comma, that'll put a marker in here. So we want to find the spot where it lands. So we're going to go there. Well, pretty much there anyway. If you hold control, shift, and tap on the sound, it'll put where that marker is. We're too early. And to be honest, oh, why'd that come in at? We probably can have it. Needs to be quick and short. Let's shorten it up. That's fine. We've got to find that sweet point. I think we're a bit late now, are we? Love that. We need a sound where he jumps over that. Whoosh low. It's kind of cool. Bit more sound design vibe there. Let's give it a crack, see what it looks like. Wonder if we need some like welding arc static sounds over that. Just wondering if we could have just a cool sound for him hopping out of the car. We'd build it up a little bit quicker. We don't need it so long. Sounding a bit thin now, isn't it? Let's get more bottom end in there. What we also can do is use our subharmonic, Pro Subharmonic. This is a Waves plugin. So without, you can add delicious low subness. Since we don't have an LFE, we want to do as much of that as we can. Probably too much now. Let's undo it. Probably only need like 10% or something. What we've done, what I did for the preview before when I was previewing stuff in the preview window, I've turned this down. So that's basically, this is in your workspace. Basically, you can turn down preview, so we'll turn it back up again. So when we preview, it's the same volume. We can leave our houses, but limited circulation is recommended so that the virus does not spread. Yeah. Nothing to edit in my house at the moment. Unfortunately, to record Foley, you need 2 people like Tango. Yeah. I'm the only one awake. Yeah, so, well, maybe you can just do some stuff around the house, right? Just record me a bunch of household sounds or something. That'd be sick. Can always do with quality stereo and mono sounds of household things, household ambiences. Why not?
You're next.
Taxi!
You're next.
I think that debris sounds probably a bit low. We might pitch it up a little bit. And I'm also going to just bring in the width of the pans, just so it's a little bit more in the center. Well, in fact, we should slightly pan it to the left. Let's do that. Let's pan slightly to the left because that's kind of where it is anyway. It's too early now because I moved it. Just need to flip. We're going to just quickly, I don't know if there's a better way to do this, but I'm going to stick this in mono. We're going to stick that up there. Is there a good channel flipping plugin or something in Audio Suite? Direct, do you know if there is? Because now I have to undo the pans back. Now that's flipped around. There's got to be a better way to do that. See, now the pan finishes on the side he goes to.
You're next.
Taxi!
Mitchell, You know I hate when you call me that.
Are we missing a line of dialogue? Sounds like it.
Oh!
You're next.
Yeah, I think there's something here.
Mitchell, you know I hate when you...
Okay, what are we missing? I'm just checking our playlists. No. All right, so we'll go. We've got the original audio up here, just down our audio tracks there. That's the AAF that we've imported. So we've obviously got the audio up here, which I don't know how I missed that, but I did. So now we can just get rid of it. Now we're back.
Stumpy. Stumpy.
Mitchell, you know I hate when you call me that.
Now the scene
Yeah, I
makes
know,
more
that's why I
sense.
said it. Stumpy.
Mitchell, you know I hate...
We need those footsteps. Let's see if we can pull them back out of this audio. Because to be honest, this web series, we've got to smash through it. We don't really have time for lots of Foley.
Stumpy.
No,
Mitchell, you know I hate when you call me that.
there's talking there. All right.
Yep.
So let's assume he's just got bare feet, maybe.
Stumpy.
Mitchell, you know...
Do you want to record some Foley for me now, mate? Go outside and get me some concrete Foley. Too late here. You'll get crickets in the background. It'll be perfect. Just kidding, mate. So I shouldn't chew in the mic. Bit too scuffy, but that's the right idea.
Mitchell,
Stumpy.
Could work because it's kind of scuffy. It's almost like he's walking slowly. What do you think, Direct? You sound like you're a Foley king. You'll have to hear it again. Yeah, all good. Get out of it. Ah, come on. Good one, Pro Tools. This is good. Let's just save it a bazillion times and hope for the best. Do you use Pro Tools Direct? Do you find it as temperamental as I do? Yes, PT. Pro Tools is the standard. Yeah, I make jokes with my mates all the time that it's the industry standard. Not meaning it in the nicest way, really. All right, so we've crashed. Let's see whether we will get it back again, eh? Pro Tools is the industry standard. It has been getting better as of late, but well, Direct. You followed, press the heart. Anyone else out there, press the heart. Chuck us a follow. Tell your friends. I'm trying to stream pretty regularly. I'm also chucking them up on YouTube, so if you want to share them with anyone after the fact, you can also do that. And the plan is to make some shorter clips as well, more specific clips for YouTube. But for now, I'm just chucking up the whole stream. But go to YouTube, subscribe there as well. Help me out. Sick. Yeah, Reaper is great, but far from being the standard. Yeah. I hear lots about Reaper. Like, music guys are starting to use Studio One heaps because that's meant to be really awesome. I bought Nuendo 8 on sale a couple of years ago, and I'm using it for some live stream stuff occasionally. And I did try to work on that doing a feature on that. I got about a week in, and there's a few little like weird glitchy things that were happening with AAF, but it was the fact that I had a guy working, he did some track setup in Pro Tools, sent it to Nuendo, and then there was all this weird stuff going on with AAF, and then I was doing dialogue cleanup and stuff, and I just couldn't make it sound as good as what I know I can in Pro Tools. I know it kind of sounds silly, but I just couldn't make it work as well. And so after a week of trying to get this film smashed, or at least started, it was a feature film, I just gave up and moved back to Pro Tools and started from scratch. Because I've already bought Nuendo outright. That was Nuendo 8, and it costs a fortune for an unlimited license on Pro Tools. So working in 5.1, which I do a lot of, costs a lot. So, okay, we got these footsteps. Let's chuck them back in. Hopefully we don't crash this time. And what we'll do is, while we're at it, we're going to save it. Save as in save Pro Tools. Why aren't you doing it? Save as. And let's go to 5. We're going to version up all the time. Asian da boy. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. A secret follow. Yeah, I can't even see that you're watching, mate. Say good day or tell us where you're from, what you do. You're a post person just here to check it out. We're just going through and adding some sound effects to our web series pilot here. Appreciate the follow, mate. So we're gonna chuck in these footsteps. What do you think? There. So we've obviously got footsteps that have carried from that last scene with the dude running off. It's pretty heavy first footstep, but whatever. We can drop it back down. We're going to go barefoot, right? I'm just taking a guess. What do you reckon? He's in his, he could be in like Ugg boots or something. Actually, let's quickly. So next scene here. I don't think, wait a minute. What do we got? Okay. He's got socks. Is that socks? Are they socks? What do you reckon? Or is that just the shadow of the table? Be hard to tell. Didn't think you'd be coming to see such sexy content, did you?
Taxi!
Obviously, I won't have it this loud, but I'm going to just have it loud while I cut it in place.
Taxi!
Got tab to transient, so we're going to tab to our transient, and we can just play around.
Stumpy.
What do you reckon? Watching very small in here. Oh, yeah, good point. Oh, sorry. Yeah, of course. Let me go back. Oh, wrong one. There we go. You can't really see, can you? It looks like his legs in the. It looks like his legs in the shade, but of that table. Let's assume he's barefoot, though, right? He's barely clothed, in a robe. I think it makes sense.
Stumpy.
Yeah. Great. Glad you agree.
Stumpy.
Get out of it. Get out of it. I shouldn't double click Pro Tools. I shouldn't blame Pro Tools. It's my undoing. Let's move that a little bit.
Stumpy. Stumpy.
Get rid of that scuff.
Stumpy.
I think we're a little bit late there. A little bit late on that one too. It's a bit heavy-handed, isn't it?
Stumpy.
Maybe we can. That one's a bit light on there, so we might put that one in.
Mitchell, you know.
Might dull it off a little bit as well, but we'll worry about that in a minute once we've lined them all up.
Taxi!
Stumpy.
Mitchell, you know I hate when you call me that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's why I said it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. That's why I said it. Yeah, I know. That's why I said it. Who's the Hobbit?
Taxi!
Stumpy.
Mitchell, you know I hate when you call me that.
Boom Shadow, I missed it. Where?
Taxi!
Stumpy.
Mitchell, you know I hate when you call me that.
Yeah, I know. It's why I said it.
Hello, Boom. Boom Shadow. Wait, what's this? There's got to be a song for that. Isn't there?
Taxi!
Stumpy.
I feel like these are a bit late.
Stumpy. Stumpy.
Mitchell, you know I hate when you call me that.
Yeah, I know. It's why I said it. Who's the Hobbit?
He's not a hobbit. He's just Mexican.
Ain't that like the same thing?
No, James. Mexicans and hobbits are not.
Taxi!
Stumpy.
Mitchell, you know I hate when you call me that.
Yeah, I know. It's why I said it. Who's the Hobbit?
He's not a hobbit. He's just Mexican.
Ain't that like the same thing?
No, James. Mexicans and hobbits are.
I think we need, what is that guy on, like tennis shoe? Concrete. Excuse me, just eating while working. Might have to go, let's go shoe, concrete, slow. Problem with this one is you can hear the reverb in the room a bit. Let's give it a crack. Might just use some RXD reverb and just see if we can clean it out just a little bit. How's this filming TV? How is the filming TV industry in Australia with the virus? I'm pretty sure everyone's getting affected pretty badly here. I've got guys who are more in the music industry and stuff. Like all events have been shut down. I've got a couple of shorts that I'll be doing posts for. Fortunately, they got filmed already. There's might be possibly part of a video clip early next month. But at the moment, we're not full shut down yet. But there's like no gatherings over a certain amount of people. Excuse me. So businesses are just like shutting down, so left, right, and center and stuff. But I'm not sure how that works for film sets and stuff. The music industry here isn't huge anyway. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I think as long as it stays within the amount of people. But saying that, like, I do some art, work for the Art Centre Melbourne, which is our big venues here for. There's live shows, or shows by our symphony orchestra and all that kind of stuff, and that's been shut down for 4 weeks, and they've been live streaming events instead. So there's just things going on left, right, and center, or not going on, more importantly. So yeah, it's a pretty hectic time.
Taxi!
It's interesting. I don't know. I'm going to be able to use it. You can hear the room reverb, which is so annoying. Like, I get it. Some Foley stages aren't. Well, if it's concrete, like most times concrete is meant to be for outdoors, right? You would think you wouldn't hear
Who's
it.
the Hobbit?
He's not a hobbit. He's just Mexican.
Ain't that like the same thing?
No, James. Mexicans and hobbits are not the same.
It's a bit clunky as well. I would assume this guy, he looks like he's got shoes on, but I'm fortunate enough that I'm working on my own at the moment, so I can just keep working, even though like the business where I sublease this space, as in this is my space that I've built out for myself, but there's not much going on outside. They've unfortunately had to shut down stuff. And fortunately, they're happy enough for me to keep working in my studio here because I'm on my own. I'm going to keep my footsteps here just in case I need them later.
He's not a hobbit. He's just Mexican.
Ain't that like the same thing?
No, James. Mexicans and hobbits are not the same thing.
It's not great. He's more sliding, isn't he? Like you can hear it in the other shot. These are a bit sneakers. Slow. Let's see what other grounds we can get. Do you use samplers like Contact with controllers to do footsteps? Yeah, I've actually got. I should use it. I've got. I haven't used it in a while, but I've got one of the footstep libraries. Is it Edward? What do you use? Shows how long it's been since I used it. I used to compose a lot, so I had a lot of other stuff here. It's a good subject for a video, maybe. Yeah, I could do a video on how, just like either doing what I'm doing, cutting up samples, or whether using something like Edward is a good idea. Foley samples, there we go, Edward. So I could go concrete, sneaker. And so you've got, but again, like, so obviously it works by velocity. You got slower footsteps. But see, that's all close mic, but you can still hear the room in it. Like, yeah, it's not the same as actually having footsteps from outside, Oh, you mean just in general? Like I could even get samples straight from SoundSnap and then put them into Contact, and you can do round robins and stuff like that. Well, basically, that's what like the Edward one is about, right? I could do that. I should do it really. Like even I should just do my own footstep library on Contact. Just have a bunch of samples. I don't have a MIDI keyboard set up here at the moment. I used to. Well, I've still got it. Like a Novation pad or something could be cool. Then I could just play it in. It's true.
It's just Mexican.
Ain't that like the same thing?
No, James, Mexicans and hobbits are not the same thing. I mean, for starters, too many wars in Middle Earth for those border hoppers to survive.
Mitchie.
This scene's frustrating as because the boom. They've got one boom and there's like so many people talking here.
Not the same thing. I mean, for starters, too many wars in Middle Earth for those border hoppers to survive.
Mitchie.
Struth, you've grown. What you fucking hell?
Back off, Mitch. I called dibs first, remember?
Now fight me.
It wouldn't be much of a fight, would it?
You haven't changed one bit.
See what I mean? Like there's no lapels and we've just got boom and it's just. Did he? So he hands him some scissors. Why has he got scissors? I don't think it's meant to make any sense. Love that. He just drops them.
Grown?
We need some scissors. Dropped scissors. I don't think we're gonna have. This is where you just need a Foley artist because how it would take you 2 seconds to just find some scissors and drop them and record it, right? Where I'm gonna find. It's a bit carpety, but it could work still. That could work. Bit of both. Well, I'm surprised. Okay, so there is some scissors dropping sounds, but you know, you can luck out pretty easily on these things. You know what? I'm going to drop these into the sound effects channel. I'm only going to use the Foley for basically footsteps. We don't have a lot. We're not adding a lot of sounds and stuff into this. Yeah, it is much faster in Foley. The steps above all. The issue is that in more expensive, two people, it is more expensive. Two people work instead of one. Yeah, it's true.
Grown?
And I guess you still got to cut it, but you can get it so much closer, right?
You've grown? What you fucking... What you fucking hell?
Back off, Mitch. I called dibs first.
What you fucking hell?
Back off, Mitch. I called dibs first.
Problem is because this audio is so awful, I've got to like make the rest of the audio pretty awful to match it. As in, you know, all my sound effects are nice and clear and bright, but their dialogue is just not.
What you fucking... What you fucking... Grown? What you fucking hell?
Back off, Mitch. I called dibs first, remember?
What you fucking hell?
Back off, Mitch. I called dibs first, remember?
Now fight me.
It wouldn't be much of a fight, would it?
You haven't changed one bit.
Alright, well, while I do like to admit this little reunion is getting my dick nice and hard, I just have one little question. Why in the fuck is there a half-dead bogan and a giant dildo on my driveway?
Okay, so one thing, we have that line at the very start, and if I can remember, we added something to this, so we should
I do like to admit this little reunion
definitely
is getting
get
my
that
dick
back.
nice and hard.
So that includes different ambiences, which we can add to the end scene. Yes, in Foley you can play with the sound perspective, move the microphone away or closer, etc. Yeah, it's true. And we've got this.
You're dogging us for her.
Oh, sorry. I think we
My
added.
driveway.
Yeah, so we added a cop in there as well. So we're just going to go and we're going to bring some of those ambiences back into this scene.
I'm sorry, all right?
Okay, so that one, we're just going to copy and paste it. So we're going to go marker 17. Oops. Shift marker 18. We're going to paste it. So we're going to go Option Command Paste. We're going to have crossfades between. That's filled that ambience there. We're going to have our cop come, so that's our cop car coming in. Then we've got an ambience here to cover that. So we're just going to select our in and out point and press Command E will slice it. Just make sure.
It's a long story.
Cool. We've got a couple of crickets, so we just don't want to overdo it. We've already got those crickets in our scene. So we're going to get rid of those.
What's the matter,
We have
Joshy?
got
I thought you were tough.
this cutaway,
Look,
which
I'm
we're going to
sorry,
get rid
alright?
of
What I
in
did
our
was wrong.
ambience.
We all know that, but I don't even remember it.
You fucking remember this, won't ya?
You fucking remember this, won't ya?
And we're going to have our
And
cops
he's getting
coming
my
back
dick
in.
nice and hard.
Cops will come
I
back
just
in
have
at
one
this
little
bit.
question. Why in the fuck is there a half-dead bogan and a giant dildo on my driveway?
And that's going to end without scene there. In fact, we're going to go right to the last picture, and then we're going to add a crossfade, and we're going to put it hard up on it so it's harsh without a pop. I love that train.
So did you really throw that chick out of your car?
So there's so much in this scene.
Yes.
There's crickets and other hiss and crap going on. We're basically going to copy our ambiences across. Copy these. Copy, copy, copy. But we're going to do the filtering out.
So did you really throw that chick out of your car?
Yes.
Maybe a bit full on, so we might not do this. Some of them, so that air is not too bad. Have it real faint. You might add like a fridge buzz because they've probably got an outdoor fridge for beers, right? We want to get without the air, just faint crickets. We've got them in our dialogue, unfortunately. So that air we don't need. That's a pretty full-on city ambience.
So did you really throw that chick out of your car?
Yes.
Jimmy.
Holy shit, that is fucking hilarious.
We're going to drop the pitch of this. So we're going to go pitch. We're going to go shift because it's actually the one that's in the dialogue's a bit lower than ours. So we're just going to go into not monophonic. We are going to go into vary speed. Wait for it to analyze because it's long. When you're ready, Pro Tools. You can't hear that. It's very faint. Going to render that. Bring it back up a little bit.
So did you really throw that chick out of your car?
Yes.
Jimmy.
Holy shit, that is fucking hilarious.
It's not something I'm proud of.
No, mate, it's hilarious.
Don't encourage him.
How about you mind your own business? I mean, come on, you're Latino for fuck's sake. I mean, what it, and we need a new housemate,
Hey, this is the first thing we're going to do. We're going to get him a black and white uniform, one of those little maid ones. He's going to do everything for us.
We did say the Mexican could stay, not you. You're not welcome here.
You're talking shit.
What? You know exactly why.
Let's get a fridge sound, but I need something more interesting in this. Fridge, let's go fridge ambience or something. I need something more interesting in this scene, don't I? Almost needs music or something. Who hangs out with without music? Who hangs out without music? I can't talk. Can you put the EQ7 on or the C1 compressor up there in the edit window below the counter? No, so this is Pro Tools Ultimate. That's just clip effects. So basically there is compression. It's almost like channel strip, like Pro Tools' channel strip. So you can, I shouldn't have it on, but you can go EQ, sorry, you can use filters, and then there's dynamics, but there's no, I don't think there's any indication on there. So it's a bit harder to use because you just got to use your ears, which is probably not a bad thing, but it's just clip effects. So each effect can have its own clip. So that's great for like just EQing individual sounds or dialogue editing. So if you've got one bit of dialogue that's too bright or whatever, there's a certain frequency resonance that you hate because the boom was in a bad place, you can just fix it on that, and it's just on the clip, not on the channel. So if you notice, I haven't actually got pretty much, other than some denoise and stuff, I really don't have anything on my channels yet. It's a different way to work because like a bunch of old school mixers who had big consoles and used automation, they would just have the EQ on the track, and they would do automation for each bit. It's the same style, but obviously it's more hands-on, so you'll be able to use your, hands on the knobs and stuff, but this way is just a quick way with the mouse and keyboard to do it. So yeah, it's only part of Ultimate. Standard Pro Tools doesn't have these clip effects here.
So did you really throw that chick out of your car?
Yes.
Just going to send this line back to izotope because those bugs are pretty loud through his dialogue. So we're just going to get rid of that. The cicadas. Obviously without trying to destroy the... So we're going to press I for instant processing.
So did you really throw that? So did you really...
We're going to just do that. Those frequencies aren't... Or because we're getting such a narrow band of sound, it's not really going to affect that, what we're hearing. Spanish slipped out. Sorry, mate, I can't help you.
So did you really... So did you really...
I wish I was smart enough and patient enough to have learnt more languages, or learnt more than English, obviously. My daughter's learning Auslan, which is sign language, and even that I'm just struggling to keep up. My 4-year-old daughter is just doing a way better job of learning it than I am.
So did you really throw that chick out of your car? So did you really throw that chick out of your car?
We use EQ and compression to record Foley, and then just 2 monitors is just kind of tight. As in, you record with EQ and compression on the way in.
So did you really throw that chick out of your car?
Yes.
Jimmy.
Your housemate.
Yeah, nice.
That is fucking hilarious.
It's not.
Yeah, of course, of course. I really need some like interior passing cars. We need some. This is the kind of stuff that I'd love to record myself. Is just go to a house that's not that busy, but got the occasional car passing, and just have cars passing. Like, not obviously not this much. Like, need some suburban. Like that, but not wet. That doesn't sound like that says inside with windows open, but that doesn't sound very inside. Did I write that already? Cars passing outside. The idea is to record it close to how it will be in the mix. Yeah, which is awesome. Like, that's what you want to do as a Foley artist, right? Like, if I got a bunch of Foley from guys, I might want to just do a bit extra balancing. But, like, do you even put reverbs and stuff on there? Or you obviously go just dry. So you do everything but kind of adding the reverb and stuff. So you'll get the distance of the mic right. You'll just, even mix-wise, just get it where you think it sits fine. But then if you send it to me, then I could then, put it in the reverb that I'm using on the other effects or on the on the dialogue, and then just fine tune the balance and stuff depending on where we want it to sit. Yeah, no reverbs, of course. If you baked them in, I'd be very upset. But as you say, you get like mic placement, so you kind of get a bit of perspective. What's your, like, can you hear your room in your Foley and stuff? If you get something like mic-wise, it's a bit further distance, how because that's one thing I hate with Foley is when it's like real close, because it's just so like unnatural. Your ear never is that close to that thing. You never hear it that close. So something far away, we use the distance from the microphone. Yeah. Sometimes 2 microphones generate atmosphere. Yep. Nice. So you the Foley artist or the recordist? I've always wanted to do Foley, like have a Foley studio and have someone come in and work with me because it'd be so much fun. The room's big and has very good acoustics. Yeah, it's awesome. See, I need something like this, but them going slower and not as often. I've got a nice little 2-track recorder, but I really need to get myself a pair of mics that I love. I used to, through work, have Line Audio CM3s, and that was sick for their price. But I need to get myself a couple of pairs of. I really need to get myself a bigger recorder and have, you know, a mono mic and maybe a couple of omnis and a couple of cardioids and just smash sounds. It's just so easy to record. Like, well, not so easy, but you know, I just should be getting out there more often. That kind of stuff, but without birds would be great. The Neumann KMR 81. As in you normally use just the one like as your main mic and then you'll use... Yeah, I've used the Neumann. Oh, okay. I guess shotgun's a good idea, right, because that's what's sort of used on set and stuff as well. Yeah, nice. Wonder if I can use like this. I'll filter out the birds and just use these passing cars. That's kind of what I want, that nice distance. So close. What the? The internet freaking out. 149 meg file, 20 minutes. Something's going wrong. Let's cancel it and see if we can, see if it'll work better next time. There we go. That was weird. Well, Direct, I would love it if you shared with other mates in the industry and people you know to come and check the stream out and join in the conversation. We've had some wicked sessions the last few days. We've been doing some wicked trip sessions. Like, you know, they've taken drugs in this show and we got to just be real creative with the sound. It was so much fun. So definitely go back to YouTube, or even you can do it on Twitch. Go back and watch some of these other sound effects sessions. We had a lot of fun. And lots of, like, I just loved how many people chimed in. So many others chimed in with ideas and stuff, and we created some great stuff. It's all like unmixed, of course, but we'll get there. I think the director's coming in next week, so we'll do a mix and then get him to come in and check it out. All right, so we got this. Let's just go with this ambience here.
bogan and a giant dildo on my driveway.
So did you really throw that chick out of your car?
Yes.
Jimmy.
Holy shit, that is fucking hilarious.
It's not something I'm proud of.
No, mate, it's hilarious.
Don't encourage him.
How about you mind your own business? This is between me and my new housemate.
Yes, mate.
Did I stutter?
I think just having the occasional car passing like that just adds us a
You're Latino for one.
little bit more interest.
I mean, come on, you're Latino for fuck's sake. I mean, what you know, and we need a new housemate, you know.
Hey, this is the first thing we're going to do. We're going to get him a black and white uniform, one of those little maid ones. He's going to do everything for us.
We did say the Mexican could stay, not you. You're not welcome here.
You're talking shit.
What?
You know exactly why.
Wonder if we can just lower and get this cars going past, make it a little bit lower.
I feel like fucking filth.
So that's the end.
I feel like fucking filth.
So we need to get, as I've said multiple times, we've only been given the mono music, so we're going to have to get the tracks in stereo before we start mixing. Oh, sorry, this is the wrong scene.
Did you see that?
We need to get our outdoor party scene going. Where's some ambiences from our outdoor party scene? There we go.
Get and help me get Josh under control.
Why? He's having a good time.
Because this party is getting out of hand. How do you think his mum's going to react when she gets back?
Listen. So
Gonna copy a bunch of our sound effects, our ambiences, sorry.
Okay?
Gonna get a bunch of our ambiences from the end. There we go. Pedro.
The chance of hearing lately. Did you see that?
You don't even know what I'm saying. What do you look?
We might want to put our whoosh in there as well.
Did you see that?
You don't even know what I'm saying. What are you looking at, Buddha?
Instagram the validation. My fashion's overrated. Ideals not relation.
So we're gonna get our little camera flash.
Joy.
What a bitch.
What the fuck is this?
We just need to stick that one flash in. So we just select our point and we're going to hold Control Shift and then click on it. Oops. And then see where that marker we've put in there, it will put it in place.
What are you looking at?
But we're behind. I don't know how I did that. All right, we're about 5 frames behind.
What are you looking at, Buddha?
Instagram the validation, my fashion's overrated. Ideals not relation. Everybody hate fake friends. Tell me
What are you looking at, Buddha?
Instagram the validation, my fashion's overrated. Ideals not relation. Everybody hate fake friends. Someone says put your hands in the air. Someone says you gotta make a chair.
What are you looking at, Buddha?
Instagram the validation, my fashion.
Cool. It's looking pretty good. So we've got everything we really need now. So we might wrap it up for the day, the stream. What I'm going to do I might just quickly scan through the dialogue and stuff, just make sure we're all good there. But I think what we'll do is first thing Monday morning, we'll do a pass on the mix and just get this web series pilot filth into the right. Just get it all balanced, get it close. And then we'll have the director come in as well. So he might sit in on that, or we'll get him to come in the afternoon and watch it, and we can just fine tune it with him, add any extra sounds that he wants, take any out that he didn't like, all that kind of stuff. Because we've done this basically on our own back, just how we thought he might like to see it. So yeah, but I'd love to, just want to say thank you so much for joining me. Director Post, thanks so much. And all you newbies that have popped your head in, thanks for all the follows today. If you haven't followed, press that heart at the top of Twitch. If you're on YouTube, definitely subscribe. Give the video a like. Thanks, mate. Thanks, Direct. It's so good to have you here. And look, I'll be back Monday morning, so come and join me, and we will actually start doing the mix using the faders on the artist control, and we're going to just go through this thing and polish it off, make it sound good. We will add some reverbs and stuff as well. So, it's going to be a good time, but I want to thank you all again for joining. This is Benni Knop from Noisy Post, reminding you that we were the first sound recordist and re-recording mixer here on Twitch, which is very, very exciting, but I'm hoping I'm not the last. I'd love to see this community build and get bigger, and I'd love to be able to watch editors and stuff on here and for us to communicate and show each other the ins and outs of what we do to kind of educate each other as well. So that'd be awesome. But thanks so much for joining. And have a great weekend. If it is a weekend for you guys, if it's not, when it is, enjoy it. And I hope everyone's being safe and everyone's well through this tough time at the moment. And I hope work doesn't become all dried up as well. So, appreciate you being here. Peace.